If I'd like to create mailing labels based on the follow-up date, I can do so by clicking Dealers, Print Dealer Reports, Mailing Labels, and Follow-up. It's identical to the birthday listing except that I have the ability to select any dealer whose follow-up date falls between a from and a to date range. In this case, I'll select anyone whose follow-up date is within the first quarter of the year. So from January 1, 2004 to April 30, 2004. I can of course choose up to 6 status codes, and I can choose a state if I wish. When I click Print, you'll notice that both of my dealers in my database have follow-up dates that fall within the first quarter of next year range, so both labels are printed. I can also create mailing labels on any dealer in my list, or create labels for a subset of those dealers based on a selection criteria. I can do that by clicking Dealers, Print Dealer Reports, Mailing Labels, All Dealers. Again, I'll select the type of mailing label I want to print and choose the Print button. And then I can select the dealer's status codes, perhaps the state that the dealer is in, or I can select last names. In this case, I want to print labels for everyone in my database, so I will not specify any special selection criteria. I'll just hit the Print button. And when I do, mailing labels are printed for both dealers in my database. If I want to send statements to dealers who owe me money, I can do so by clicking Dealers, Print Dealer Reports, Mailing Labels, and Balance Due. I must select the form of the mailing label that I wish to print, and then choose Print. Next, I can narrow the search by printing labels where due dates are equal to, greater than, less than, or not equal to a specific date. I can choose up to 6 status codes, and I can specify a specific state. In this case, I intend to send statements to everyone in my database that owes me money. So I'll simply leave everything blank and click the Print button. You'll notice that Jonathan Cartwright is the only person in the database that owes me money. So I get one label for Jonathan Cartwright. So now we have printed mailing labels to send statements, but now we need to print the statements. We can do so by clicking Dealers, Print Dealer Reports, Invoices for Balance Due. When I select it, I'm presented with some options. Again, I can choose invoices where due dates are equal to, greater than, less than, or not equal to a specific date. I can choose up to 6 status codes, and I can specify a specific state. In this case, I intend on sending statements to everyone in my database that owes me money, so I will leave everything blank and choose Print. You'll see that a statement is created for each dealer that owes me money. In this case, Jonathan Cartwright is the only dealer in my database that owes me money. You'll notice that the statement shows the date of the invoice, the ZO number, and the name and address of the person who owes the money. It displays the amount that's owed and the date that the previous balance is from. When I'm ready to print hard copies of this invoice, I can simply click the Print option. If I simply want to print a listing of the people who owe me money, I can do so by clicking Dealers, Print Dealer Reports, Balance Due Listing. I can print this listing for all dealers whose due dates are equal to, greater than, less than, or not equal to a specific date. Or if I wish to print a listing of all those who owe me money, I can simply put nothing in the date field and choose Print. The dealer balance due listing is now displayed. You'll also see a note at the top of the page that says, following accrual principles, these balances are already included in customer dealer sales. You'll note that the dealer's name is displayed as well as the ZO number and the amount due.